All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the fourth episode of the Dunk Talk podcast. My name is Dylan Haugen, and I am here today with my co-host Hunter Castona and special guest Josh Ruble. So, Hunter, if you want to introduce yourself real quick.
I am a 21-year-old, 6'1" dunker from Wisconsin. Obviously, I'm co-hosting with a bunch of this podcast here with Dylan. Been friends for a while now. And then obviously we have Josh here. So I actually was just with him this past weekend. So Josh, if you want to introduce yourself a little bit.
My name's Josh Ruble, 22, and I'm a dunker, and I love it. So we just had a really nice session. But just a lot of dunking in my life right now.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like the first memory I have of Josh is like I remember seeing you. I don't even like remember what it was, but I just remember when I first saw you. Like you were nowhere near like what you are right now. Like maybe you were windmilling when I first saw you, but like since
100%.
then you've probably hit like 10 to 20 new dunks, and
Yeah,
they're not just like easy dunks like um double ups, J Rich, East Bay, left hand East Bay, behind the back now. Like progress has just been crazy. So I
Yeah.
mean, I guess the first question is like what even like got you into dunking, or like what was like your first sports and stuff like that?
grew up playing basketball, football, baseball. Fell out of love with baseball, thankfully. Really like football still. Don't play that anymore, obviously. But basketball was always love-hate relationship. And I was like, oh, but I really do like to jump high, so I'm gonna keep jumping and try and
Yeah.
take basketball. As long as I told Hunter this the other day, I was like, if I dunk without playing basketball, then to me that seems stupid just to be a dunker by itself and not play basketball. Now I've realized that it's a lot more beneficial. It's a lot easier on your body if you're not playing basketball and you're just focused on the jumping aspect. So,
Yeah.
uh, but I became a dunker, just the title of dunker, probably 2 years ago is when I decided to actually go not all in with it. I'm all in with it now, but I'd say 2 years ago is when I started. But a lot of inspirations that got me there. Phil Gannon, obviously, but my main inspiration was definitely Isaiah. I remember I told Hunter this also. We talked about this a lot past weekend, but my first memory of like watching someone dunk is literally Isaiah in his driveway jumping over his siblings or whatever. I was like, I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. I always had that in the back of my mind, and now I'm trying to do stuff just like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty similar theme with a lot of guys, but
Yeah.
it's pretty crazy how similar it is. But I mean, so when did you like first see pro dunkers? Because I feel like I saw it like way after like I was like into like NBA and stuff like that.
Yeah, so really it was Instagram. I mean, I'm sure I saw videos on YouTube or whatever, but my first memory is like just seeing people tag each other and have sessions on Instagram. But I was in sixth or seventh grade, so I was like, what are you, 12 years
Dang.
old then? That was 10 years ago for me almost, probably 8 years. I would see like just the Instagram feeds, like the original post, like you can only post one video at a time.
Yeah.
And it was like someone dunking. And like, I don't even think dunk accounts were a thing. Like Josh
Hmm.
dot dunks, that wasn't a thing then. It
Yeah.
was
No.
just people's personal accounts posting dunks. So that was like, and then I'd see Isaiah Kilgan, all those guys. Those are the two that come to mind right away. Just I've been following them forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when did you like get your first dunk, or like start like training for your first dunk generally?
So I always thought it would be impossible for me to dunk, just because I was
Yeah.
always shorter and skinny and whatnot. But I got my first dunk when I was 15 years old, my sophomore year of my high school or in high school. I still remember it to this day, but so I was a couple months before I turned 16, so I was like 15 and a half, whatever it was. But I had been training or just lifting weights, general strength work for high school sports, football, basketball. But just kind of all of a sudden, I was always I could grab the rim for the first time when I was 15. Like I think I grabbed the rim for the first time, and then 7 months later, 8 months later, I dunked off one, off one with one hand. That's how I used to jump. I can't do that anymore.
Yeah. Same as Hunter.
Yeah. That's literally how
Yeah.
it started. But so with your training, did you start like was it consistent when you started training, or was it kind of like an on-off type of thing, or was it just like through your high school sports? Like what kind of training was it before?
Yeah, so I first picked up a weight uh right after I graduated 8th grade. So you go to high school and you start lifting. I was probably 5'7", 115. I'm 6 feet, 190 now. So that's just a huge. I got 8 years of training now, I guess. But at first it was just general, nothing like programmed for me. It was just what everyone else was doing in the weight room, like for that sports team. So I played a lot of football, so that's where I probably learned my power clean from and squat technique.
Yeah.
Uh, Bench press too, but I mean it's not the main lift, obviously. But just whatever my strength coach in high school had at the time, and then now I do THP. Obviously, that's for the last 2 years, but that took me. So I had 6 years of uh, high school training and on my own training, but just a lot of lifting, and then I dunk in practice. Or I never really had dunks. That's one thing I regret is not having dunk sessions growing up. But all my dunks would come during practice, before, after practice, basketball practice.
Yeah, I remember talking to you a while back about like low rimming. I think you were
Yeah,
ripping out
I just
360
never
reverse
thought of that.
windmill at the time. So did you
Yeah,
like you never did that at all?
I told Hunter this as well. My dad would get mad if I
Yep.
lowered the rim
Really?
because it
That's what we
does
were talking about
nothing.
yesterday.
It
That's
does
yeah,
not
that's
it does
that's
nothing for my
unfortunately
shot.
pretty yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
common actually. A
So
lot of
if I
people, a lot
lowered
of
it,
parents think it's stupid.
he'd have to be at work, and I'd lower it, and then before he came home I'd raise it back up and
Yeah.
wouldn't let him see me dunking on it. But even when I did
Yeah,
lower him, which wasn't often, I was just dunking. It was never windmills, nothing. Like I didn't hit my
yeah,
first windmill till I was a senior in high school, and I had never tried it on a low rim. Like I just was trying on 10 feet for the first time. It wasn't like a
yeah,
pretty windmill, but like I just never. If I did low rim, it was just one handers, two handers, as hard as I could, just because I was lower. But that's something that's definitely took my dunks to the next level for myself. Low
So
rim.
you've been
100%.
low rimming recently?
I mean, I don't ever. It's just I just call it, I guess, hand speed technique. I'm not jumping. Sometimes I'll raise like 8.5 or 9 and jump, but it's
Yeah.
every other day. It's like hand speed stuff right now, or I'll find a wall like you told me. That's the only reason I
Oh
low
yeah.
rim. I mean, people have always told me to low rim. It's like that's stupid. I'm not doing that stuff. And then
Yeah.
I listen to you. I listen to you and Hunter, and that's like it's
Yeah.
it translates. It's literally the way you get better. So
Because
Yeah,
that's
for
what we did
sure.
at his house is I don't even know what it was. I was at like 7 feet or something. And we just basically were
like
out there
seven and a
just
half.
practicing for the session. Kind of just showing them different ways of how I do it and just stuff like that. Um, but yeah, so he's
Yeah.
basically just doing that kind of stuff. I mean, I kind of agree with like the low rim stuff, like with jumping, like because again, my body can't really take all
Yeah,
that force
that's
to do that during the
here's the
week when
thing.
I
If
do have
in my
a full
opinion,
session.
like if you, Hunter, could jump 2 times a week, I would say that you should totally low room
I
one of
would
the days.
100% do that.
But yeah, but for like some people like well, you I guess, you really can't. Like you just end up getting hurt if you jump more than if you have like more than one
Twice.
jump session a week.
Yeah.
So I mean at
Like
that
I'm
point
still
I would say
I'm still
do
sore from
standing stuff.
Saturday. Yeah, I'm still sore from
So am
Saturday. I
I.
guess I pretty
Yeah.
much overjumped. I didn't think I overjumped, but I'm like my quad is on fire still.
How long did y'all jump for?
Okay.
No more than an hour and a half.
Yeah, no more than an
Oh
hour and a half.
really?
But
Yeah.
That's crazy.
because Donovan cut himself off first. Like, well, I should probably be done then. And then I probably did like like 5 more jumps after that, maybe 5 or 10.
I did like 10 after that,
Yeah, I
something
don't
Yeah.
like
know.
that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that definitely if you can't low rim or if you can't do like 2 sessions a week, like that's what I've been doing. I've been doing 2 sessions a week, but obviously I'm a lot younger, so it's a bit easier for
Yeah.
me to recover.
He's got
So
them young joints.
yeah,
I noticed a difference from 18 to 22. Like there's like night and day difference for me right now. So
yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah. I mean, I'd say definitely like, especially for people that like you who didn't get to like lower him when you were growing up, like there's no way for you to like get super good at like let's just say a between the legs without either doing it a ton on 10 feet, which is really
Yeah.
hard because you're not gonna be able to jump for like 3 hours a weekend.
Yeah.
And so you can totally like make that up by just literally doing it without jumping against a wall or
That's
against a super
that's
small
what I've
rim.
been doing. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just so great, and I'm glad that you can do that now because that is going to help you a ton. So,
Yeah. So Josh, I got a question for you. So obviously you said that you wish you would like had dunk sessions early on. So when did you actually start like having consistent dunk sessions or just starting dunk sessions?
Yeah, so the first time I set my phone up, I just set it up on a chair and put my backpack behind it to record the rim. I think I record them on Snapchat, so it's like really bad quality now if I go back and look at those. But that was I think
same,
the
same.
first time I ever the first time I ever did that was like a session. I mean, by myself at the time. I think it was like that 2 year mark, like January. I think right when 2022 started,
Okay.
that winter. So I've been going for I guess 2 years, and I took a couple breaks here and there, but really I've been consistently having sessions for 2.5 years. I just call it 2 years with the 3 months off, but I'd say 2 years of sessions, and then adding cameras, adding people, meeting new people, obviously. But my sessions used to just consist of how many one handers could I hit because I could always
Yeah,
dunk. For these last 2 years, I could always dunk, but I could only windmill for. I was able to windmill in high school, then I lost that technique after taking 2 years off after that. But like 2 years ago when I started, all I could do was a one hander, two hander, and like a reverse, and that was about it. But that's when it started. So 2 years ago.
Okay.
yeah. Um, so I've like from your sessions, obviously. I mean, I saw the picture yesterday. Like, how many people were even there? How many people was
I
that?
had 12 people tagged in the video.
That's
Two of them
crazy.
only grabbed the rim or like got close to dunking. So the other 10, uh, I guess, were able to at least throw down a one hander.
Wow,
Yeah.
But
that is pretty crazy. So are y'all at a what was it like a college or something?
that's actually my high school where I went to high school.
Oh, really?
I guess 4 years ago. Yeah. So my mom's a coach there. My sister still goes there. I have access to that gym. It's the
That's
athletic
nice.
director. Super cool. Lets the alumni come back. Just gotta schedule stuff, plan stuff out with him. And I told him like, hey, I got two guys actually coming now. Pretty serious about dunking. Do you mind if we invite people in or whatever? And he let us. He put the bleachers down for us, and we just had about we had like 12 or that's the
Man,
biggest it's ever been. I've never had that many people,
I'm
but
still attending my high school and I can't even go to the
you
gym when I
can't
want
exact.
to,
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
it was a private high school or Catholic high school, and
Oh, okay.
no other school in the county. Like there's somebody like there's another gym I want to get into. I'm like, hey, can we get in? And or I'll ask my friend who went to that school, can we get in? And they're like, no, we got some type of Boy Scout derby cart race next week. I'm like, what's in there
What
today?
does that have to
So
do with the gym, you know?
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
so
very
The other
fortunate, very grateful.
the other
yeah, that
crazy
is
thing
super
is that
nice.
with that session, it wasn't just like the 12 people you saw. There was like we had like fans in the stands watching as well. Like a lot of his
That's
family
crazy.
came out and stuff like that. So it was just a crazy like experience because obviously dealing with our dunk sessions, we just have dunkers there. We don't have like family
Yeah,
or we don't have like anything like that.
we only have like 4 or 5 at ours.
Yeah. So
That's
there
the
was
biggest it's ever been. I've
yeah.
never had that many people there.
Yeah. So all those people like generally live nearby with you,
Yeah,
besides
so
like Donovan and them.
yeah, Donovan. If Donovan didn't live out of state, he'd be 45 minutes from me if he lived where he went to high school. And
Oh,
then everybody else is my brother, and he lives with me. And then a couple guys from my high school, so they're all like relatively like 10,
yeah,
15 minutes away. And then a lot of guys, or a couple other guys. I've just met three of them this past 4 weeks, and they can all. Two of them can basically East Bay, and I just met these guys, so that's gonna make the
yeah. It's pretty crazy.
quality of the sessions go up. But they're like 30 minutes away. So it's all no one's an hour away. It's all less than an
Yeah,
hour. But
Yeah, I wish.
I'd only consider three, no more than four of them like dunkers. The rest of them kind of just play basketball and have the ability to dunk.
yeah,
But I mean, I don't
um,
care if they become a dunker. That'd be cool, but they don't
yeah,
train like a dunker. Yeah.
yeah. I know a lot of people like that. So when did you like when you started when you said you started like start taking dunking seriously?
Mhm.
Did you like immediately start having group sessions or was it kind of like, just this is a recent thing?
So I'd say for over a year now, it's been like super serious for me, like just my training.
Yeah.
And then the sessions just have grown. Uh, the more I post, the longer I've done it. At first, it literally just used to be myself and one of my friends, Lane. He dunks like I do, but he also he's a pitcher in college still, so he kind of can't train as hard as he wants to all the time. But
Yeah.
it literally just used to be just us two. So I'd record for him, he'd dunk, come back, he'd record for me. Now I have like anywhere from 2 people to 12 people now, but it's always hit or miss on who shows up. But I'd say for a year straight, it used to just be us two, and then people just kind of fall in.
And now he's got
Yeah.
like camera guys and stuff coming as well.
And
Yeah, it's
one
so
of my
sick.
buddies who I've grown up playing against since like third grade. He actually records for like Ball's Life and a couple G League teams when he's out in Chicago, in the Chicago area where he goes to school and play. He still plays in college as well. So
Yeah, that's sick,
he's
bro.
got
I've seen the
his
So
videos. Those are really cool.
his his camera looks like a sniper rifle. It's like the lens is so long.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've seen videos of you lifting. They're obviously pretty crazy, even for dunkers. Like your numbers are pretty insane. So, like, I guess first is like, what even are you like your general strength numbers?
So recently I've been trying to lose weight because I just thought I was a little too big for my height. And that's another, like with low rimming, losing some of my extra mass has definitely helped with the technique and
Yeah,
vertical height. But since I'm down in weight, my strength numbers are definitely down. But my all time lifts, I have a 405 back squat with a belt, 260 power clean, 250 hang clean, 315 front squat with a belt. What other good lifts? Calf raise, I don't know, I just kind of put on at least 405. I've done 500 calf raise. 315 or 320 bench, but I can't do that now. I can do 275 any given day, but it's probably not 300 unless I really dial it in and up my calories.
that is
But
insane.
that's because I always credit that to playing football. Like I love college football. Like my brother just got done playing college football and
Did
he's a
you play
dunker
in
now.
college too, or no?
Not football, but
No.
basketball. I did basketball for like a couple months, but I broke my leg and I was done. And that was also during
Oh,
COVID. But all my lifts are because when I took those couple breaks in between dunking, that was dedicated to power building, where I was trying to just get as big as possible and get as strong as possible. So
yeah,
my relative strength wasn't necessarily high, so I'm just trying to improve my relative strength, just lose more body weight, and maintain that strength.
yeah. So when you started like taking dunking seriously, like was that your numbers like when you started, or have you been like
No,
increasing those?
yeah, my numbers increased as I actually trained for dunking.
Okay.
Like when I was trying to like power build and be a power lifter, whatever you want to call it, my numbers weren't even close to what they are now. Oh, I didn't say I have a 455 deadlift as well.
Yeah.
Want to get that to 500 someday, but when I first started dunking, I think I could only clean 205. That was like really, really bad form. Squat was maybe 365. Front squat, I don't think I even front squatted ever. So my numbers have only gone up as I kind of focus more on vertical. I just got smarter with my training and just better
Yeah.
technique and better sleep, all that stuff too.
Yeah. I kind of got a interesting question. So obviously you've been lifting for quite a while now, and then you've only been dunking for about 2 years. Is there like a one that you like a lot more than the other, or are they kind of the and similar? Because like I kind of fell in love with the weight room, but obviously I love dunking a lot more. But obviously you were into weight training more, and then you fell in love with dunking. So is it kind of like the opposite, or is it like how is that?
It's like what lift do I like what lift translates the most, you're saying?
Or like, do you like lifting more or dunking more?
Oh, gotcha. Let's see. I guess I could lift before I could dunk, but I was always better at dunking than I was in terms of how much I could lift. So I'd say definitely I find dunking I like dunking a lot more for sure. But
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. But
lifting definitely is like because you get so I would get so caught up in, oh, I didn't hit this weight today. I get pretty mad. I mean, if you get I get mad like that too if I didn't hit a certain dunk. But now I'm just kind of more. I realize whatever numbers I lift or what numbers I lift, and I'm just kind of more content with that. But then dunks, I probably hold myself to a higher standard with dunking now, just because I'm trying to.
yeah,
My technique is good enough, but my dunking technique is not as good as my lifting technique. I'll put it that way. So I'm
okay,
more focused on dunking right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
When did you start on THP? Because you've been on there for a while now, haven't you?
yeah, so I did it. I first started it April 2022, so 2 years ago probably, and then I did that for like 6 to 8 months, and I stopped for a little bit because I got burnt out of dunking, sadly, that was the worst mistake I've made in the last 2 years is jump training. Not necessarily like stopping THP, but just stop jumping altogether. So, and then I went back and I got back on THP after that little 3 to 4 month hiatus. So I just say THP for the last year and a half because that couple month break. But so year and a half of THP that I started 2 years ago.
Okay.
That's been the best decision in terms of jump height, and really they taught me how to power clean better too. So I've gotten a lot out of just their coaching for sure.
Yeah.
What have
So I
you
got
have
a.
you ever go
Yeah,
ahead, Andrew?
I was gonna say, I was just gonna go to a different topic. If you have the same kind of topic, we can go on that. Otherwise, I was gonna ask a different question.
No, I was just gonna ask something random you got.
Okay. So obviously we talked about lifting and stuff like that. Obviously, if you guys don't know, Josh is gonna be going to the Wisconsin camp. So, I just want to know what
That's
kind of.
actually what I was gonna ask. That's what I was
No.
gonna ask. I couldn't
Uh,
remember if he was going or not.
and then I was just gonna ask, what are your goals going into dunk camp? And then after that, we'll talk about just regular dunking goals. But what are your goals going into dunk camp? Like, what are you expecting? What do you want for a vertical? Like, what are
yeah.
your goals for dunk camp?
My main goal, I guess, because I don't really have access to a vert tech. I don't want to drive 6 hours just to test a vert tech. That's not what I'm saying, but
Yeah.
definitely, definitely, because last time I had access to or tested a vert tech was 2 years ago. I at least tested a 40 on it. I might have got a 42, but it was a crappy one. So I want a 44 on a vert tech, I'd say, running vertical, whatever you want to call it. So I can
Do
say
you
a
know what
legit
your
44,
reach is?
8 feet with or
8 feet.
without shoes, but fully extended, no
Okay.
cheating it. But
Yeah, I think
I
you got at least 42 in the bag. I mean, I'm
I
curious to
think
see
so.
what you
Yeah,
got.
I think so too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
but
I'm excited to see.
that's
Yeah,
my
that would be
vertical
crazy.
goal. That's the vertical goal. Standing vert's kind of trash. I don't ever practice it
I
ever.
don't.
I can
Yeah, who
stand.
cares?
I don't
Who
really
cares
think
about that?
people. Yeah, I was about to say nobody really cares about standing
Yeah,
vert, but then you
I don't
get
even.
people
Unless
in the
unless
comments.
unless you're like Chi or something,
Yeah,
Yeah,
then it's all right.
yeah. I'll do standing vertical to warm up, and then it's time to approach. But I'd say definitely 44. Anything above that would be insane to me. Um, Other goals I have, I don't necessarily have like a certain dunk I want to hit right now at the moment. Obviously, whatever. I mean, I guess under both is the next line of. I mean, I'd say I'm more. I need to get a consistent with 360 windmills, but so if I could do that legitly, but not really concerned on dunks. I just want to dunk with good dunkers. Like so, the goal. I mean, all I have to do is show up and do that. So stay healthy is my goal right now. Stay healthy for
Yeah,
that camp. 2 months down the road
okay.
to to have a session. Like I just dunked with Hunter and Donovan. Like that was the most fun I've ever had in my life so far for dunking. So I want to
Yeah,
be able to do that again. And whatever dunks happen, what is what happens. I just want to have a good healthy session with
yeah,
new people. Better dunkers than myself to push myself and see what's out there.
yeah.
yeah. So going along with the whole dunk camp stuff, have you looked into the dunk levels before?
Yeah, I'll see you guys post about that stuff all the time with the wristband stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I
So
don't
have
know where
you?
I'd fall in that. I don't know.
So
How'd that
Well, I
basically,
work?
mean, we can think about
yeah,
it right now. Can you do a
he's
Yeah.
actually wearing
one-hander
the.
pretty much? So okay, you're a beginner. Intermediate, if you've hit a pump reverse and a windmill, you're pretty much intermediate. The other stuff's pretty
He's there.
simple. Um, Advanced is East
East
Bay,
Bay's
360 windmill,
BTB.
behind the back, reverse windmill, and slingshot.
He's hit
I
all
haven't
of
hit
those.
a. I don't think I've hit a
You did
slingshot because I can't ever
you
rotate my body
okay?
the correct way.
Well, you could easily do it. I can send you a video of me doing one because I can. I just did one on like 910, so you could definitely do one if I
All right,
could do
well,
one.
I need to hit a slingshot then, and I'm what is that level?
That's
Advanced.
advanced.
Okay.
That's like the best besides like elite, and elite is pretty crazy. So elite is scorpion, underbolt, 360 between, 360 behind. I'm missing an easy one. Oh, backboard between the legs. So
Yep.
Oh yeah, I got no kid. Yeah, no.
if you realistically right now, I think you could hit a backboard between the legs. You just need to get perfect lob, which is the hard
Yeah,
part. So
I always slow down when I throw something off the backboard and stutter step, and
I
I
do,
can't get the
yeah,
perfect
I got
lob.
the same problem, bro.
Yeah, and if you get to his 360s down, he can dial those in pretty easily.
I think you could
I'm starting
honestly
to
do
spin, so
I think
yeah.
you could honestly do 360 East Bay right now. If you, I mean,
I
maybe
can't.
not
I
right
can't go.
now.
No, I can't go off dribble.
Okay,
Okay, with how high,
with how
I
high you're
definitely jump.
jumping, I think you
Yeah,
can. But if you
Yes.
can, fix your off dribble, I'm the
Yeah.
same, bro. Like I could probably East Bay off dribble right now. Like I had like one day where I could hit East Bay off dribble, but like then the next day I'm like not even close. It's so frustrating because when I'm doing sessions and I'm going for like windmills off dribble, like I'll have one and I'll like pump perfectly, perfect time, come around and back rim the crap out of it, and I'm like, oh, that felt perfect. All right, go do it again. Go do it again, and I hit like the bottom of the rim, and I'm like, bro, what?
yeah,
Like,
yep.
Yeah, I
so
feel that.
I need to work on my off dribble a lot more, but it's improved a
Yeah,
lot the last like month. But
I don't
yeah.
even attempt it. Like I'll do it to warm up, and then it's time to throw lobs and go chase it and try
yeah,
and jump as high as I can. All right, I don't even bother with it. I need to train it for sure, work on it, but that's something I need to get to. That's probably a goal I have right now is get better
That's
off
literally
dribble.
the definition of Josh is just go throw the lob and go chase it.
Yeah, like I literally air my ball up. Like I gave it to Don. He's like, "Why do you have so much air in this?" I'm like, "Cause I throw the lob like over the rim, so I go and chase it." So he started doing a bounce dunk with my ball because it had the most air, and he almost
I
Oh
saw
that
my
was
those
like
attempts,
gosh,
bro.
bro, dude, it was
it was
First attempt,
so
so first attempt is insane, dude.
that one, I actually thought he was gonna make it after that attempt, bro. It was
that was
ridiculous.
insane. So yeah,
Yeah,
because for the
it's
longest time, all I could do was one handers and two handers. I'm like, I'll just be a one hander and two hander demon then, and just do that as hard as I can, and then the technique and trick dunks are coming along now.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
So I kind of got another question about the dunk goals. So obviously we kind of talked about your dunk camp stuff. So kind of talk about like your short term dunk goals that you want to hit. So like different dunks that you want to hit, and then also like long term dunk goals. Not doesn't have to be just dunks. Like it could be contests, it could be events, it can be sponsorships, whatever.
weight room numbers,
Yep, weight room
anything.
numbers. Just like kind of go through kind of like different. So like before camp, do a goal, and then like at camp, like a
Yeah.
year from now, 2 years, 5 years, whatever it is.
So my short term goal right now, I'd say stay healthy, which that can be short, long, whatever you want to make it. But I'd say short
Yep.
term right now because I got a kind of like hip tightness all the time, so I'm trying to make sure that doesn't get worse. So stay healthy. Short term dunk that like I'm close to hitting. I guess I've hit a 360 windmill, but like I cannot spin that well, so I'm trying to hit it from a different angle. So that's my next dunk goal. I'd say is a legit like windmill, not wind, just full range and full spin because I just call it a 180 windmill right now. But so I'd
Yeah,
say 360 windmill. Donovan told me to go under both. Never even looked at that. So that's probably more long term under both for sure. But like my all time peak, not all time peak, my all time highest dunk I want to hit is a elbow because I just want to be able to, or maybe even double elbow. But so
oh, come
that's
on, bro. You can do that
probably
right now. That
I
should be a
can. I
short-term
just.
goal.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I probably short term. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want it to be short term or long. Whenever it
This
happens, it
this
happens.
this year that could happen for sure.
Yeah, because I've
Next
cause
like session.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's right there. I just cannot get the. It's more of a technique
Uh,
issue, like
yeah, you just got to
where.
commit to it, really. That's the hard part for a
Yeah,
lot of people.
Yeah.
so I'm trying to double up off it right now to give me that extra boost, but I've grabbed the rim with my elbow twice in my life, and I feel like I should be able to dunk it, but
Oh
that
yeah,
hasn't
I
happened yet.
remember. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen those clips.
trying to get that. That's long term, just because of how long it's taking, but I want it to be short term, and then weight room short term would be. I'm kind of just slowly decrease. I haven't weighed myself this morning, but decreasing my body weight, so I'm not. So I used to have a lot of extra mass that I didn't muscle mass. I didn't really upper body that didn't translate to vertical. So I'm just kind of steadily lean out, get to a healthier weight. So I have been able to jump longer now that I've lost 10, 15 pounds of added muscle mass that was not beneficial to me and
Yeah.
body fat. But weight room numbers, I'm not really concerned anymore, just because.
Yeah,
I mean, I
Just get
still
strong.
train. Yeah, get
Yeah.
strong. Like just maintain what I have right now because I am losing weight. Like there's no way I can squat 405 right now with like medium and like slight injuries and less body weight. So whatever that number is what that number is. I'm fine with it. Like I'm still gonna like I'll try and improve it. Like I'm not gonna just short myself in the weight room, but
yeah.
just continue to train hard for sure. But there's no number in goal in line.
Okay.
But long term, yeah, just train hard and whatever number
Yeah.
happens. I guess I 275 power clean would be insane for me, but I'm also going reverse in body weight, so that's kind of harder as I go down. But that's my long term 275 power clean.
Okay.
Yeah. So as a dunker, like, are you just like trying to have fun with it right now, or do you like want to be like a pro, or do you want to do contests? Like, what is your kind
Yeah,
of
so
thought on that?
my my goal was always to jump as high as possible. Like I want to jump high as humanly possible that I can. And then I always kind of told myself if like contests present itself while I'm chasing that, then I'd do it. I'm not ever actively looking at. I don't think I'm contest ready. I'm not as consistent as you need to be in terms of dunk consistency for a contest. But I'd love to do a contest sometime in my life. I mean, like Hunter was saying, he's not going to consider himself a pro until you beat another pro.
Yeah.
When I beat a pro, I don't think I'm not there yet at all. So I'd say like a lower level contest that'd be cool someday. But
Yeah.
right now my main
Do you
what's
plan
that?
to do the one at camp? Do you plan to do the one at camp? Because
Yeah.
there's
I'll enter my name in that. Well, that'll probably be my first contest, then, and whatever happens there, happens there. Give it my all.
yeah.
But
Yep.
my long term goal of dunking is probably obviously hit every dunk I can, but I'm more concerned in how high I can jump vertical
Okay.
wise. Like
Yeah.
chasing a 51-inch vertical with what Isaiah's doing right now. Like that's insane to me. Like that's what inspires me to keep trying to get. Like I want a 48. If I'm 6 feet tall,
Yeah.
if I jump 48 inches, then my head's at the rim. So that's what I want right now is 48-inch vertical.
Yeah, we're kind of
Yeah.
like the opposite. Like obviously I still want to jump very, very high, but
Yeah,
I'm more interested in like all the dunks that I can hit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of where I'm at. Dylan's probably in the middle of that. If not, I don't know. What do you have
Yeah.
to say about that, Dylan?
I'm just trying to be the best ever, man. I don't
That's
know.
that's yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't really. I mean, I both
You
really.
got the potential.
Yeah.
You got the
That's what I'm
potential for
saying.
sure, both you guys.
Yeah. It's
I
like I
mean,
said,
I
it's
want to
both
hit
for sure.
a 50 is definitely a huge goal. Like that is
Yes.
something that, just the number 50 is ridiculous
Is
Yeah.
when it
stupid.
comes to
And you're
that.
5'10". You're
So
5'10", Dylan.
yeah, almost 5'11. I'm like 5'10 and a half without shoes on. So it
You're
depends
still
on how you
growing, or
measure.
you're
I
still growing?
should be. I don't
Should
know.
be.
I
Yeah.
should be. So
Gotcha. I think I stopped
hopefully.
growing right when I hit 17. Peaked right at 6 feet, which I'm fine with, I guess. But
Yeah.
everyone's
Yeah,
different.
if I can hit 6 foot, I'll be happy because I generally have above average arms. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, like my reach is 7'10" and a half.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's not terrible. But yeah, I mean, I would just say my goals are just get a 50 eventually, or as close as my genetics can take me,
Yeah.
and then just hit every dunk possible, pretty much.
on the
And then
planet. Yep.
Basically, yeah,
be consistent with like those elite level dunks as well. But
100%.
Yeah. So if I were to change my name, it'd be Josh Touches Max Proach on Vertex instead of Josh Dunks. But dunking is just dunking is just as fun as it's more fun than
Yeah,
touching the top of a Vertex. So
exactly, yeah.
yeah.
Dunks translates well to max touch, which is why I throw the max height one handers.
Yeah. So another thing to go up with dunking, obviously we kind of watched some videos of dunking and dunkers. Is there a specific person that you like to watch or just like to like study on how to do different things, how to jump, or because
Yeah.
obviously you're left, right, you guys are both left, right, I'm right, left, so it's obviously a different answer for me.
Oh, actually,
But for
Hunter,
you,
that is a
yeah.
great question, but we're gonna stop this and restart it. All right.
All right.
Be right
Oh,
back.
yes, less than a minute. Yeah.
Yeah. All
All
right,
right.
we'll be right back.
Let's do it.
Well, all right, we're back. Sorry about that. But basically, Hunter's question was, Josh, who do you kind of like look to for, dunk inspiration? Like, who do you study if you're like trying to hit a new dunk? Since like obviously this person would probably be like the same plant as you, same,
Yeah.
just similar to you, basically.
Let's see. If I want to learn a new dunk or just someone has the same plant, obviously would be Kilgannon and Isaiah. That's probably why I always say their names. 'Cause that's who I pretty much watch.
Yeah.
Just because same style plant.
Very common.
Yeah, that's probably a lot of people's answers. And then right left would probably be I don't know who would you say, Hunter, for your right left?
For me, it's so
Tyler,
kind of a
Barth,
couple of
Tyler,
yeah,
Barth,
Tyler and
Donovan.
Barth
Tyler
for
Bart, yeah.
sure. Donovan's
Gotcha.
obviously a newer one now, but Connor Barth and Tyler Curry were definitely some of the earlier ones just because again I like obviously Barth's I like his style but also just his power, and then Curry I just love his
Yeah,
style and his finesse. So always looking at those two guys, and then Donovan's just
yeah.
basically both of them combined.
I,
So
I I think I told you I watch or I made my dunk account because Travis, that was the first dunk
yep.
account I followed. So I watch a lot of his
Mm.
technique as well, like in terms of how he's spinning and how he's jumping. But I guess he has a shorter penultimate than I do. I sometimes have a short penultimate. I want to make that as long as possible, but I struggle with that. So I can relate to Travis a lot on his shorter penultimate step. So
I think
I'd say
Travis is one of the
Travis.
first people that I talked to actually too.
Yeah, I literally told him like you're the reason why I made a dunk account. I made a dunk account like 4 years ago, but I was never consistent on it. I always like wanted to until last year, pretty consistent. But I'd
Yeah.
say in terms of professionals, I guess Travis is almost a professional, is he? He's done contests. What is he considered?
I think Travis is
I
considered.
think
He's a
yeah,
pro,
I'd
right?
say
He's done because
I'd
he's done.
consider that, yeah.
Yeah, he's done contests. He's won a
He's done
couple at least, and he's
shows.
done shows with Kilgannon. So I mean that's pretty up there, I'd say.
Yeah. I'd say
Yeah,
he's
so
definitely up there as a
yeah,
pro.
the pros I watched and study are Isaiah, Kilgannon, and Travis.
Have you watched any of like the older generation of dunkers,
Oh
or is
yeah,
it kind of yeah?
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
who's some
yeah.
of the guys that you watched like back then?
Um, let's see here. I'd say, well, Jay Clark is like any plant, and he's like still going too, like Kilgannon, like they're like the same age. So I watch a lot of Jay Clark videos. I mean, his left, right, I can never do his off one dunks and all that.
Yeah.
But way back, I guess a lot of what's his name, Remix, right?
Yep, remix.
Remix.
He's crazy. He's left, right, I think too.
Yeah, he does the
Yep.
scoops.
The
Scoops
scoops
and all
are
of his
so
like
ridiculous.
Ridiculous
double ups where he's
scoops.
like, here's the rim, and he's like dunking like this, and his head's like looking at the rim,
Yeah.
like jumping over like a 7 footer.
Yeah.
I mean, Kilgannon because he's 32 and he's been going for
Since you're like
however long now.
16.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like that was like the first person I saw, but like throwback. Yeah, I watch all the T Dub stuff. I just all that new videos that are coming out with that video they just posted or like a 4 minute video talking about how he discovered T Dub or Team Fight Brothers did. Any Dunkademics video, I've probably seen it, or I definitely have
Yeah.
seen it. But
100%.
I'd say
Yeah.
Kilgannon. It's Kilgannon for me, even though he's like still present today. Like he's just how long he's been going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get T-Dub to like post more and stuff. Obviously I've been
How
helping
old
him a
is
little
he?
bit recently.
Yeah. How old is he?
Um I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty
Gotcha.
sure he's
He's
late 30s, 38
I was about to
probably.
say I was about to say late 30s for
I
sure.
heard someone say 38, but I'm not sure. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of going off with that question as well. Is there any NBA players that you looked at like growing up? Because obviously, if you didn't know Dylan, his was Michael Jordan. That's kind of how he got into of the
I didn't
dunking
even
scene.
like know about pro dunkers until like
Yeah. So it was like
13.
Yeah.
obviously, yeah. So before like you saw pro dunkers, was there like any NBA players or even still now that you look at or anything like that?
I'd always say LeBron, just that's my favorite player of all time. But I mean, in terms of how I jump and he jumps, not this, not
Boo. Boo.
not the same jump technique. But that's who I grew up watching. Like I have, because my dad was in Akron for a little bit for his job and was like close ties to uh, LeBron. There, he's you guys won't believe me, but he was actually the team doctor for LeBron's sophomore year of high school football team. So
That's sick.
that's
That's crazy.
that's my LeBron tie there. That's why I wasn't alive then, but no, I just always watched him because I mean, obviously he dunks pretty much everything when he's in the paint. And then
Yeah.
another dunker other than that would be Westbrook, but I don't have the same
Oh
plan
yeah.
as him
I
either.
think
Oh
But
yeah.
to me, it's
I
He's
think
relevant.
Westbrook.
I could totally yap about NBA players' verticals being completely
Yeah.
false for an hour straight,
Oh
to be
yeah, they
honest.
don't have like they said Michael Jordan had a 50-inch vertical. If you're
No,
six
I
six
said,
with
yeah,
50,
they said he had a
48,
48. If he had a 48,
48,
that means his head would be 6 inches over the
6 inches
rim.
over
Like,
the rim. His head's not. I mean, his
no,
head's over the
bro.
rim. I'm sure sometimes,
Same
but
with
not
same
six
with
inches.
Wilt. Wilt is
Yeah,
not jumping 50 inches. He
if
is
he's 7 feet tall,
he's
if he's
not
7 feet
benching
tall.
500 pounds. Like, come on,
Yeah,
bro.
but
Come on.
I guess NBA dunkers today that are basically pro dunkers, but they're in the NBA. I'd be like, what's Derek Jones for my in my eyes? He'd be like the pro
Yep.
He's
dunker.
crazy.
He's left right. Like I wish I was left-handed so I could do more left right
I
style.
would, I think about this all the time. Like, I would be so curious to see, like, guys like Derek Jones Jr.,
Yeah,
Mac McClung, like, some of those, like, really
Zach
good
Levine.
technical
just
skill. I would
just
love to see
dunk.
them only do dunking. Like,
Yeah.
even if it was just
Yes.
for a
Like a
year, like,
session.
I'm so curious to think what they would even look like,
Oh,
bro.
I watch a lot of Jalen LeCue highlights. Like
Yep.
any
That's
given
what we
any
talked about.
given
Yeah.
any
Jalen
given
Leak
day. But
is
he's
insane.
Leak LeCue, whatever is however you pronounce it. He's right left though. All the freaky jumpers are right left. I feel like I'm missing out, so I
Yeah.
can't go right left to
I mean, for in
save my
game,
life.
like I actually started working on right left like a year ago just so we could
Yeah.
get more dunks in game. And I think I've never dunked in a game right left because I just never even tried. But I do think that it's very um it's an easier way to dunk on people because the ball is like over
Yeah,
here,
yeah. If you're
your body
right-handed,
protects it. Yeah.
mhm. Yeah. If I were left-handed, I could jump like. Oh, I forgot to say this, but CJ Champion, I try and I watch him a lot too
Yeah. He's crazy.
because he's same plant, left-handed. I wish I were left-handed with my plant so I could have more control,
I
ball
mean,
control.
you've been to East Bay left-handed, so you can't. Not a
Well,
lot of people can say they've done that.
it's not
I know,
consistent
but
though. I
like,
can't.
not a lot
Yeah,
of people can say that they've hit an East Bay with their offhand before.
Yeah.
So
that
let
almost
alone
never
I
just
need
an
to
really.
start
East
working
Bay.
on that.
Actually,
Yeah.
never even thought about that. Yeah, it is crazy now I think about it. But
How
I mean,
many
I
so
was always decent. But yeah.
yeah. What like pros have you talked to, or have you talked to any pros in the past? Because
It's
that's kind of how I started. Like when I was first starting, I like literally was just, I mean, bro, I hate myself for this. And I look back on those messages, and I'm like, please tell me
you
I
hit
can
them up and
please tell me I can still unsend these. Like even with Travis, bro, like I was fanboying Travis back in the
yeah,
day. Like I
yeah,
was like, yo, thank you so much for commenting on my TikTok, that kind of stuff. And then eventually I would go and I would like, ask for tips and stuff from everyone. The first person for me was Kilgannon. Like Kilgannon kind of helped me a lot,
yeah,
like to get started. But like, has there
yeah.
been anyone like that for you that's like helped you a lot?
Never talked to Kilgannon. Talked to Isaiah because he's basically my coach. But so I'd say
Oh
it's more
yeah,
Isaiah. I remember I had a couple fanboy messages Isaiah growing up for sure, but they're I don't know where they. We'll look
yeah.
it up
Hey,
someday.
bro, you didn't go as far as me, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
think
I was about to say I didn't go as far as Dylan or anything, but I definitely had some. Even with Dylan, I probably had some fanboy ones because he had like 50 some K on TikTok at the time or whatever, and like
yeah,
obviously I was trying
Yeah, well,
to
Hunter,
get into the dunk scene.
yeah, well, buddy, do you remember what I did though
Dude,
for
I don't even know.
YouTube?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
You
okay,
can
so
speak
all right,
about that.
bro, this could probably be a whole podcast to be honest, but
Just do short story, short
so
story.
when I was so basically I was trying to get big on YouTube, right? I was spending a ton of time making YouTube videos and my videos were not good at all. But I was like still like, why are these getting views? You know, because I just thought it was
Yeah.
like automatic. And I'd been doing it for like 2 years, probably like 700 subscribers. And so one of my at the time I was definitely not in the dunk community, but I was in like a YouTube like small YouTubers community, you know, like not really like
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
formal. Like they just like these small creators would just like comment on my videos, you know. And so I saw one of the guys that I was like a friend. He like reached out to some like huge YouTube channel and said like, "I'll say your name 100,000 times if you give me a shout out," you know? And I was like, "Oh, I should do that crap." Except I wasn't about to do 100,000, so I did 10,000. I reached out to like 20 people on Instagram, and I didn't even know who Jordan Kilgannon was, but I saw he
Yeah.
did basketball, and I saw that he had some followers, so I messaged him, and then he said yes, and I was like, "Oh crap! Now I actually have to do this." And that's kind of like when it set in. So I was
Yeah.
on a live stream saying Jordan Kilgannon 10,000 times, still up on YouTube. It was like 3 hours long,
Yeah, you can go watch
and
that masterpiece.
oh, gosh, and then since then, like after he did that, or after I did that, or like when
Yeah.
he answered me, I went through his account. And that is literally like the day that I was like, oh my gosh, pro dunking exists.
Pro
Like
dunker.
this is
Yeah.
exactly what I
Okay.
want to do. That's kind
So
of like
a bit
The
a bit
funniest
so my
embarrassing,
story
story,
ever.
my story is pretty stupid, but
a bit
I guess
embarrassing, but it got you down the right track
yeah,
for sure, though.
yeah. And I
Yeah,
and I got a shout out from the goat, and he got me to like a
Yeah.
thousand subscribers. So I mean,
Yeah, it
and I
helps a lot.
still I still talk to him to this day. I haven't talked to him about that. Try to
Yeah,
avoid that topic. I would
that's
think
funny.
that would be funny though to interview him and talk to him about that because that is
One
such a
pro dunker
weird
I
thing.
talk to every day now, not every day, but a lot more is Donovan because we met up and talked. But he's always telling me I got like crazy style this, crazy style that. I'm like, what style are you talk like what like compared to like what do you mean? Like you're like looking at the
He's the
rim.
most stylish dunker ever,
He's
man.
literally the king of style in my eyes right now, and he's like
Him
holding it
and
like
Tyler.
this. He like grabs the
dude.
windmill with his right hand, then puts it in his left, then windmills it. I'm like that is like the definition of style. He's like I just did a one. He just watched me do a one hander. He's like, dude, that the style on that was crazy. I'm like, I like lost the ball and like barely saved it. What do you mean style? Like I
Dude,
guess I got some style.
he said his J Rich looked better than his.
Yeah, I was like,
Josh's
what do you
J Rich
mean my
looked
Wow.
J
better
Rich
than.
looks better than yours? He's like, yeah, you did the splits more. Like my
He's
back
like
leg's like
my back leg
straight.
straight.
Like,
Like
oh
what?
wow. Like I think
What?
it's just flexibility, not style. Like
And then he just hits it first try. Donovan just goes up, hits it first try. Me and him both try it. We lose the ball. It's like, bro, like
it's
what?
crazy. He like first under both, he's like bent in half under the net, and then he comes up out of the under the both, and his head's like at the rim. Like
So
how
It's
the
yeah.
stupid.
it's like a double. It's not a
It
double
makes
jump, but it's like he's
makes no
here, and then
sense, bro.
he's like in two different spots at the same time, or not the same time, but like he's still going up. He could have elbowed his behind the back he hit.
Yes,
I mean, he
it was
doesn't elbow. He
ridiculous.
doesn't. He doesn't elbow just
He
because
says
like
he
if he
hates
elbow,
elbows. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't
But
think I
he,
just realized I don't think I've ever seen him do an elbow.
yeah, I've seen
But
him elbow once in a Dunkademic video, but it was like because I told him to, and he didn't like it.
yeah. Yeah, we definitely gotta have him on sometime too.
Oh,
For
he'll hop
sure.
on for sure. He's
He
he's
he,
so
he
cool.
actually just texted me saying I texted him. It was like, hey, you want to hop on this podcast? We'll ask questions whatever. He's like, yeah, that's something I'd love to do. I was like, oh, all
He
right,
is so cool to talk to. It is awesome.
yeah.
All right. Well, we've been going for almost an hour now. So I mean, Hunter, you got any more closing questions?
Um, I would just
Like one more.
say, is there anybody else that you really want to see in person? Obviously, probably Jordan, Isaiah, but like, is there anybody that like you really, really like want to see? Obviously, Donovan was one of them.
Yeah.
But maybe not just like pro dunkers, maybe some amateurs too that you want to see, stuff like
The
that.
all the Utah guys I talked to. I wish I'd
Yeah.
go to the Utah camp, but that's like an insane group. Been talking to a lot of them. I guess I'll see 1 Foot God at dunk camp. I told Hunter I got a buddy who's like like 1 foot God's the best in the world. Like you got to get a picture with him for me if you see him. Like I will. Like because the stuff he can do off 1 foot obviously is that's why he's 1 foot God. But
Unheard of, yeah.
I didn't. There's always people I got to mention, but Dan Gross, left right. I study his technique a lot.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I'd been watching him before he was like. I think I
Oh,
watched him. I think I watched him when he was still in high school before he went to and played in college for a little bit. Like I was following him as like a player trying to get to college before I was like I realized he was like a more of a dunker. I guess I followed them both at the same time, but he
yeah,
was still playing college and dunking. So I'd like to see him dunk and Travis too, because that's like the first person who got me. So I guess those North Carolina guys as well too. Utah,
yeah.
North Carolina guys.
Probably don't want to
No
see
one.
this bum Dylan though.
Oh
You
no,
wouldn't
heck
want to
yeah, I
see
want to see
him.
Dylan. I mean, he's here in the call. I just want to see him.
I'm not too good.
No, it's crazy because my sister is 16 years old, and you're doing dunks that I still can't. Some of them I can't do, and I'm 22. It's like perspective for me. So yeah, you're
Oh yeah.
obviously to keep going, man. I mean, obviously, why would I not want to
Appreciate
see
it.
Dylan? Why would I not want to see Dylan dunk? That's crazy. I got a
Yeah.
16. I have a 16-year-old friend who dunks with me, and he's one handing and two handing off one and off two. Like he's getting better consistently, but he doesn't prioritize dunking like you do. He's just more concerned on the sports and lifting or whatever. But he'll just come and dunk with me. But like
Yeah,
to see if I saw a 16-year-old, if a 16-year-old walked in the gym and windmill, I would be blown away. East Bay, I'd be
That's,
yeah.
blown away.
yeah.
Well,
Windmill's
that's
a
the thing is,
warm up, buddy.
Yeah,
yeah.
windmill's a warm up exactly. Like I've never seen a
I'm kidding.
16-year-old windmill though. So
The crazy thing
I'm
is, this
kidding.
guy had his first dunk at 13, not 15. Me
yeah,
and you had our
that's
first dunk at
yeah,
15.
that's
His was 13. That's
I couldn't
unheard
grab
of.
I couldn't grab the rim. I think that's just more like him just being so obsessed with jumping and it
I
just
touched
like
the rim.
Yeah,
I touched the rim when I was 12.
yeah, that's crazy. That is actually crazy. 12 years. I don't think I get
like
the backboard until I was 14.
yeah,
Wow.
something like that for me too. It's
Yeah,
wild.
dunk it. Like when I hear people dunk it at 12, like okay, they're probably like 6'5". Well, you're what,
Yeah.
5
He was five
something?
eight.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I think the only thing that I can really credit that to is just I just jumped like
You
every
jump,
single
yeah.
day
Yeah,
for
yeah,
like
yeah, for sure.
hours.
That's how he
I
got his
was,
vertical. That's how he got
yeah,
his base,
I
basically.
think
So
that's basically what I did until I started like experiencing like knee pain and injuries and stuff. Then that's when I actually had to train smart, unfortunately.
Right, yeah.
I'd rather just jump every day and be fine, but
Yeah,
I
we'll
would
do
yeah.
too.
whatever we got to do. We'll do whatever we got to do to get to, the elite level. So, but yeah,
Yeah, I think jumping by itself will only get you so far, obviously.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I mean,
100%.
for some people that are super privileged, um, I can't even think of an example, but
Tyler Curry,
you
Yeah.
don't think he actually? Yeah, I don't think he lifts much.
dude, he barely
T
lifts.
Dub, T Dub, T Dub's
Yes,
perfect example. I was just talking to him yesterday, and I realized he's still low rim sometimes. So
I,
that's got me really excited, bro. Where I'm
Yeah.
dunking with him on Wednesday, hopefully, on like
yeah.
9-8. So I'm
That's
excited to see
dope.
what he can do there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think Donovan said he didn't start lifting weights till like last year, 2 years ago, maybe.
Yeah,
is he on THP?
a
Yeah,
little
I
bit.
think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought he was. Yeah,
But yeah, I don't think he had his vertical before he started lifting. I mean, I'm sure he did lifts here and there, but like strict weight training, he already had his vertical. To me, it looked like. But I mean, he can talk.
yeah,
He can tell you more about that. Obviously,
yeah.
yeah.
I wouldn't actually really. I guess he played hockey too. Like, how the heck does that transfer to Duncan?
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll get into that when we have the
Yeah,
podcast with him because his
yeah,
story is gonna be crazy as well.
yeah.
So
I want to hear that for sure. I'm definitely listening to that or watching that one.
yeah, yeah, these are gonna be crazy. Obviously, you're the first one that we've had. So um,
Just make it better. Just
obviously,
get better down.
yeah,
Get better guys after this.
yeah, but yeah. I mean,
yeah.
your
We
story
do have
even is just crazy. So
we do have some pretty interesting people on the list that we'll be getting to soon. So
Sweet.
yeah,
I'm ready to watch.
yeah, bro. Well, I really appreciate you coming on, talking to
yes,
us. That was
sir.
really cool. Um, yeah, you've been going insane lately, so
Yeah.
definitely keep that up. Keep
Just
posting
gotta
those
stay
videos. We
healthy.
love to see them.
Gotta stay healthy.
Yep.
Where can the people find you, Josh?
On socials.
Josh.dunks, Instagram, TikTok, I think YouTube. It's all got the Josh.dunks on all of them. That's the only ones I post on. TikTok, I don't really like TikTok. I just get on there for the Star Wars edits. So
Yeah,
every
bro, I do
you
not like TikTok. No,
yeah,
I need to.
Instagram was my main ones. Josh.dunks.
You know,
Yeah.
nice. Go follow my boy. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to stay tuned. We got another one coming probably tomorrow, to be honest. So, yeah, see you guys later.
Sweet.